Hello friends, welcome to the Cold War Prepper. My name is Lee. And if this is your first time here, at the end, well, everybody, if you would, be kind enough down at the end, if you like it, hit the thumbs up button. If you like what you see, this is a continuation of our menu planning series. Please subscribe and be on the lookout for other things. I would also appreciate if you have your own meal menu, that you have a favorite for SHTF environment. Put it down in the comments below and share that with other people, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build up a repertoire of menus that we can use so we don't have meal fatigue after SHTF, and we can have some hearty meals that taste good and people will be very happy that they planned in advance for. So I'd like to start and end with a quotation. So today's quotation that we're going to start with is Robert Louis Stevenson, and he says, "Everyday courage has few witnesses, but your courage is no less noble because no drum beats for you and because no crowds shout your name." So be courageous every day. Be courageous every day is my expletive on that, not his quotation. And then we'll of course give you another quotation at the end. And this one's actually pretty good that I liked for today. But a couple of shout outs first. First off, to those of you coming over at the recommendation of Steve Smith, thank you ever so much. We're glad to have you here. What happened is I've been communicating back and forth with him, and he has this outstanding series of books. And the last Thursday of every month, during the month, we read his book, and then the last Thursday of every month, we get together on my channel here. And that's tonight, by the way. Is going to be for the last Thursday of August. I had surgery last week, and so I wasn't able to be on camera, so we postponed that to the first week of September. We're going to be doing the last week of August, the first week of September. We'll be doing Volume 3 of the Rosemont series, and then, of course, at the end of September, we'll be doing Volume 4, is An Appeal to Heaven. And I'll put a link on how you can order that down below. Of course, you can always go. I recommend you go to his channel, which is Integrative Preparedness, and there's a link there where if you want autographed copies, you can go directly to him, order the books from him, and he will autograph them. It takes a little bit more time for him to get those and autograph them and get them to you, but that's going to be a collector thing, I think, in the future. So all of you that are coming over from him, and he did a Prepper Channels that he likes video the other day and included me in it. I'm humbled. Thank you so much for that, sir. I appreciate it, but gosh, now to live up to what you said. Then the other one is a special thank you to a group of my friends, and I like to call them friends because Van City Prepper, please, if you would, go to her channel and subscribe. She's on the very northern border of, what is it? Oh gosh, British Columbia. So she's almost in the Arctic, gosh. But anyhow, every Wednesday at 9 o'clock Central, she does a panel discussion or an interview or something. She had a panel discussion last night on preparing for winter. And she had 3 of my other favorite channels as co-interviewees with me, and that's Prepper Dog, and he's out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. Of course, the dog is DAWG, like Georgia Bulldogs, and so go to Prepper Dog, subscribe to him, please. Then we have Prepping by Faith, and she's out of Colorado. As a matter of fact, I have a link to, she did a video that I watched this morning on how to use Mylar bags for flour and sugar. So in my view list down below, my must-watches, that's listed there. Or you can just, best thing to do is just subscribe to her. And then the last one is Apartment Prepper, and she's in Utah, and love her. And so if you would please subscribe to her channel, and thank you for including me in that austere group of people and for the discussion last night, Prepping for Winter. And I recommend you go back. It's 1 hour long, a little bit over an hour, but we have a lot of discussion about what we're afraid of that's coming winter and what we're doing to mitigate that. So we're going on now with our series of Prepper menu planning in a post-SHTF environment. So basically what we did was we started off with a spreadsheet. We've got the columns, or the days of the month, 1 through 31. Then we have, of course, a separator for each month, and down below each month we have 4 rows, 4 rows, and you have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then a snack if necessary. And so then what we do is we're creating our menu. So these are my menu cards, or my planning cards. So this is chili and rice is meal number 1. Here we go. And this is what we're going to have for that meal along with the drink. And then over here is everything we have to buy, basically our shopping list in order to make that happen. So every time you have that 1 up there, you know you have to go out and buy these items in order to have that made. And so it helps with planning, it helps with purchasing, it helps with everything else. So I do all of my meals, which I call other meals, lunch and dinner, combined, because they're kind of interchangeable. And I have my breakfast in green, and my other meals are in blue, so I don't get too confused. I try to make it easy for myself. So we're going to start off with our breakfast meal. I'll tell you a story. Back in 1988, I was selected as an MI officer to be with a group of guys from 1st Special Forces, and we went over to Seoul, Korea, and did some counter-terrorist stuff for the Seoul Olympics. What a great group of guys, man! I tell you what, utmost respect for those guys. They're just phenomenal at what they do, and I don't think there's anybody as good with the American Special Forces, whether that be our Army Special Forces, the Rangers, Delta Force, Navy SEALs. Those guys are top-notch. That's all there is to it. But anyhow, I was selected to go with them, and so we went all over Korea for several months, and we had to be out of Korea before the Olympics started, and we did. Our plane took off 2 hours before the opening ceremonies. But anyhow, a lot of places we went to, and I fell in love with 2 particular street foods. One of them is called yakimandu. It's basically a dumpling that's filled with spicy pork or beef, so we just, one of my favorites. Then the other one I fell in love with was called Mari. And Mari, I'm going to have a link to how to cook it down below. But the street vendors have these special square, or they also have triangular non-stick frying pans. And it's basically an omelet. So they'll mix up 6 eggs, get that all stirred up together. Then they'll put in some diced green peppers, and these are freeze-dried from Thrive Life. They'll put in some chili peppers, they'll put in some diced carrots. So it's basically a vegetable type thing. And one thing is the Koreans love Spam, so they'll put in some diced Spam. Now what we're going to use is this package from Nutrient Survival is equivalent to 6 reconstituted scrambled eggs. So this is going to be our egg base for the meal, and we're going to get that and cook it. I will put a link below of a Korean lady who will show you how to do Mari. We're going to combine that with some vitamin enhanced coffee from Nutrient Survival. Then we're going to have some vitamin enhanced orange drink from Nutrient Survival, and that constitutes our breakfast. For meal number 2, it's going to be another Nutrient Survival meal. You can also get it from several other freeze-dried wholesalers or freeze-dried retailers, but this is my favorite. So we're going to do hearty lasagna, and along with the lasagna, when I think of lasagna or when I think of German food, I quite often also think of 3-bean salad. So for our side, we're going to have a 3-bean salad from Reed, along with our hearty lasagna from Nutrient Survival. Then we're going to add a can of some sort of fruit for a dessert. For our dinner that evening, we're going to have to do this ahead of time. So the night before, you're going to follow the instructions for the link I'm going to put down below. This is a Scottish lady teaching you how to do English muffins. And so we're going to let that dough proof for about 18 hours. Then we're going to cook it. It only takes about 10 minutes to cook in a frying pan. So you just flip it over, 10-15 minutes. And then we're going to slice it open. And after we slice it open, we're going to fill it with some pulled pork that we can get from Walmart, and this is their Walmart generic brand, the Great Value brand. Put a little bit of some sort of a barbecue sauce. Put a barbecue sauce over that. Great sandwich, and then along with that, we're going to add some Reed potato salad. This is German potato salad. Warm it up. It's fantastic potato salad. So that's it. So for breakfast, we're having scrambled eggs, along with some other enhancements, Spam, green onions, carrots, chili peppers, rolled into an omelet, and that link's down below. Then, along with some hash brown potatoes and coffee and orange drink. For lunch, we're having lasagna and 3-bean salad. And for dinner, we're having a pulled pork sandwich on an English muffin, along with some German potatoes. Now, for the other quote, and this is from Mark Twain: "A truth is not hard to kill, but a lie told well is immortal." So remember, we're all in this together, so we can come out the other side together. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, if you want the Nutrient Survival products or the Thrive Life products, links are down below in the comments or in my description area. So remember, we're all in this together so we can come out the other side together. Be kind, polite, and gentle with each other because togetherness is the key. Bye-bye.